can't have barbecue. Everybody in Texas loves barbecue.
And I will not serve barbecue at a formal dinner party for the board of directors of World Oil.
Well, they'd like it. Of course, maybe the deal's a good idea.
Thank you.
Well, what's going to happen if the board of directors doesn't vote Mr. Connor out of office?
They will. Dennis and I control 2/3 of the company's stock. The board will follow our wishes.
Are you sure Dennis is going to vote with you?
Of course, I'm sure.
Hiya, Dennis.
Vivian?
Oh, hi, darling. How are you?
Hello. I got my notice for the board meeting.
Yes. Mine arrived this afternoon, too.
Well, I just came by to make sure that if I keep my end of the bargain and vote Ryan out of office, that you'll keep your end of the bargain as well.
What time you got here? What'd you find out?
Nothing. Elena wasn't at the apartment.
Well, just gonna have to wait until she shows up here at the coop. One way or another, we're gonna find out what Miss Decker knows about Joe Foster.
Hey, you. Come here. You've been buzzing around here like a hummingbird ever since you got in this afternoon. What's up?
Nothing's up.
I know you better than that, Elena. Hey.
It's Paige.
Paige?
Paige Carrington. Joe, she knows I'm hiding you.
Texas, starring Beverly McKinsey. The first part of Texas is brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new.
What about our deal?
Vivian, don't you think this would be a good time to take care of the marketing?
If you say so, Mrs. Wheeler. See you later.
You haven't changed your mind. I mean, you're not thinking about backing out on our deal.
I signed a contract with you, Dennis. I intend to honor it.
Fine. Let's discuss your plans for the party.
The party can wait.
Uh-huh. You always plan your parties weeks in advance. This is the most important party I'll ever attend. If you're going to invite Houston's finest to dinner and a surprise screening of Paige's film, you can't wait till the last minute.
I'm giving a dinner party for the board of directors after the meeting next week. Once I have that out of the way, I'll do something about your party.
Well, where do you think we should have it? Here? The top of the World Club. That would be very appropriate, don't you think?
We'll see.
Well, if the meeting does come first, and I help you vote Ryan out of office, you've got what you want. You better just make sure that you don't change your mind about helping me.
Dennis, perhaps there is some other way.
No, there is no other way. Dad and everyone else in Houston has to see Paige for what she really is. We are going to show that porno film. Yeah, why are you suddenly so concerned about Paige?
Oh, it's not Paige I'm concerned about. It's you.
Me? Hey, I'm fine. A couple of days on the yacht and...
Why don't you try talking to Elliot again?
Because it won't do any good. He won't listen. He has to be shown. You see, what we have is a nice, even trade. You get Ryan Connor, and I get Paige. I am not going to vote Ryan out of office unless you order the invitations for the party and do it this afternoon.
All right.
All right.
How does Paige know that you're hiding me?
Well, when I saw her, she asked me where I got that confession you wrote.
Did you tell her?
Oh, I didn't have to. She knew.
Well, that's great. First Ruby Wright, now Paige Carrington. Pretty soon all of Houston gonna know that I'm here.
Oh, come on, not everyone is gonna know. Nobody knows you're here.
Where those two ladies know you got me stashed somewhere, it amounts to the same thing.
Bobby Sue is the only one who knows that I rented this apartment.
Elena, it's just a matter of time. Somebody else is gonna find out.
Look, no, even if Paige knew, I don't think she'd say anything to anybody.
And what makes you so sure of that?
Because I had a talk with her and I explained to her the way things were, and I think she understood.
Terrific. I'll be sure to keep that in mind when the cops show up to arrest me. Because you can be sure about one thing. The cops aren't gonna understand.
Joe, I'm sorry I said anything to Paige, but I didn't know what else to do.
Oh, I'm the one who should be sorry.
You mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself for getting you into this mess.
I'm glad I'm in this mess. I wouldn't want to be anyplace else if it meant that I wasn't going to be with you. Oh, I love you, Joe.
Oh, I love you too, Elena. I just wish I knew how to get us out of this.
All right, well, listen. Now, I've been thinking, okay, you're always talking about us leaving the country, right?
Yeah?
Well, I think we should do it right now.
How? You say you won't leave the country until I turn in that drug money, and if I do that, we're trapped. We can't go anywhere without money.
Yeah, but I have almost $5,000 in the bank.
It's a drop in a bucket.
Well, my Aunt Maggie said that she would lend me $10,000. It's almost $15,000.
Elena, honey, $15,000 ain't gonna get us very far.
Well, it'll get us to Mexico, and then we could both get jobs.
I'm not sure I want you working.
Well, why not? I'm working now at the Coop.
Yeah, but you're singing. I mean, that's different. Once we're on a run, you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Why not?
Because we're gonna have to keep a low profile. If you're gonna be singing, you're gonna be attracting attention.
Okay, so I won't sing. I'll waitress like I did in the diner.
No. That's not the kind of life I want for you. I mean, once we get married, well, I'm just not sure that that's the kind of work I want you to do.
So don't worry about that. We can deal with that later. The most important thing is that we get out of here.
Yeah, right. Where are you going?
I'm going over to Maggie's to pick up that check, and then I'm going to stop by the Coop, talk to Billy Joe, and see if any of those royalty payments came in.
What makes you so sure Elena knows anything about Joe Foster?
Because if you stop and think about the situation for a minute, it all makes sense.
The way it looks to me, it doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, the man kidnapped her twice. So, seems to me if Elena knew anything about Foster's whereabouts, she'd turn him into the police in a minute.
I'm not so sure. From what I understand, it's not at all uncommon for people to get emotionally involved with their abductors.
Well, maybe so, but you didn't see the shape Elena was in after she was released. I mean, if someone so much as mentioned Foster's name, she practically jumped out of her skin.
Well, it might have been because she was hiding something. Maybe Foster himself.
I don't think so. She's not like that.
No, Peter, I think our little Miss Decker might be just a shade more complex than you think. Now, you have a tendency to underestimate people. That's one of your problems.
Jim, I don't need you to tell me what my problems are. One of my biggest problems was ever getting involved in this whole mess in the first place.
Been a very lucrative mess, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. A lot of good that money's going to do me if I end up in prison.
Well, just have to see to it that doesn't happen.
It's real easy for you to say that. I mean, you're not the one who's in trouble.
We're in this together, Peter.
Oh, yeah, we're in it together. But you never dealt with Foster directly. It wasn't you who arranged to have Johnson taken care of. You didn't steal those files from World Oil. Your hands are clean. At least that's the way it's going to look.
You know, you panic much too easily, my friend. It's a bad trait. Get you in a lot of trouble one of these days. If you're not careful, that day may come sooner than you think.